Hey, what's up guys? I'm currently up to my knees in mud and munching on some stale rations, which can only mean one thing: Battlefield 1 is upon us. So I'm going to give you a rundown of 26 awesome things you'll find in the game, all in alphabetical order. War may be hell, but that doesn't mean it can't be tidy. Battlefield 1's campaign doesn't give you a second before dropping you into the hell of the front lines. Every time you die, you hop into the body of another unfortunate soldier, ramming home the terrible waste of life while giving you a taste of all the brutal military tech you'll be meeting in the rest of the game. Big Bess is the star of one of the game's 5 mini-story campaigns. She's a tank you're trying to guide to safety, taking part in explosive assaults, quietly trundling through enemy territory, and occasionally breaking down in the mud. Yeah, that's my weird way of saying medals. DICE make you work hard for them. Each medal has several stages of objective that need beating for you to unlock them. Just finish the list before the weekly medal reset, or you're going to be crying yourself to sleep. It wouldn't be Battlefield without blowing massive holes in the local architecture. You end up destroying so many buildings in Big Bess alone, you almost wonder what you're fighting for. Will there actually be anything left come the end of the war? Well, I definitely know if I'm playing, there won't be. I'm sorry. Behold the armored train, 4 carriages of relentless murdering. It's one of the new behemoth vehicles in Battlefield 1, and it'll roll up in the Says, the Sinai Desert, and the Amiens map to support a losing team. It packs cannons, heavy machine guns, and anti-aircraft guns. But I'm sorry to announce that the food trolley service is not available on this line because I've already blown it up. Compared to modern planes, Battlefield 1's creaky biplanes feel like death traps, but it's worth the wobbly flight to take a peek at the incredible battle scenes below and to engage your enemies in thrilling dogfights. Gunning a bomber out of the sky while flying upside down? Forget the Red Baron, I'm the Rad Baron. Yeah, the only downside to the planes, I have to say, is that it can take a while to get your head around the controls. Tell my family I love them. I crash every time! In the madness of the Sways map, I hid inside a building and found this very comfy living room. It's got everything you want: throw cushions, some kind of fancy teapot. Hope someone doesn't drive a tank through it. Speaking of which, roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. Who steers a tank around awkward corners when you can travel as the crow flies? Let's pause for a second and drink in that lovely countryside. Man could make a home here. Yeah, if it wasn't for the whole war thing going on, it could be quite nice. Yeah, it's me, in a tank. Roads are for losers.
You're going the wrong way!
DICE slip in a slight history lesson with its unlockable codexes. It's like when you hide your dog's medicine in some tasty treat to trick him into eating it, only the thing you're trying to cure here is ignorance. Give the codex a read, you might learn something. There used to be a time we'd complain about muddy textures in a game, but this mud is next level stuff. I could stare at those puddles for hours upon hours. To show respect to the dead, every life lost in the campaign is given a small memorial. You see the soldier's name and the years they lived for. The idea is wisely dropped in multiplayer, whose soldiers are called things like XX Warthog 9977. The new operations mode puts you in a mini campaign across several maps. It plays like a mashup of Rush and Conquest. The attackers have to grab 2 control points simultaneously to push the defense back. By grouping teams together over several maps, there's a real sense of brotherhood come that final push.
The enemy has defused objective apples.
She's so posh. And when she says apples and butter, it makes us really hungry.
The enemy has defused objective butter.
You shouldn't fight on an empty stomach. One of the cool things about the campaign is the way it lets you play stealthy. It borrows lots of ideas from Battlefield Hardline as you throw stones to distract guards, try to avoid their lines of sight, and smash them over the head when no one's looking. It's all quiet on the Western Front. The bayonet charge is meant to be used to ram the enemy at speed, but we found ourselves using it for long distance running. It's reasonably effective if you ignore the blood-curdling scream. It's gonna give you nightmares. It's amazing to think that once upon a time, pigeons were war heroes, delivering vital messages across the deadly skies. 100 years later, they just crap on my washing and give me the evil eye when I'm eating chips. How the mighty have fallen. Find the pickup for the Tank Hunter Elite class and you get to play with this incredible anti-tank rifle. We're not sure of the science of how one bullet actually makes that kind of explosion, but we'll leave that for the nerds to work out as we blow up another metal box. We love how the campaign lets you tackle sandbox levels as you see fit. In this trip into an occupied town, you can snipe from windmills, go in all guns blazing, or sneak down back alleyways. Just make sure you get an idea where all the enemies are first, okay? As the old war posters used to say, dig to victory. Though I'm pretty sure they were talking about digging up vegetables rather than sticking a spade in a dude's neck. Yeah. Mother Nature can be your best friend or your worst enemy. When fog or sandstorms descend, you can only see a few meters in front of your face. It's the perfect time to make that mad dash for a kill. Surprise, surprise, the letter X stands for Xbox One. Not only is this a convenient way of filling the letter X, it's also a good opportunity to remind you that Xbox One owners can get a 10-hour trial of the game by signing up to EA Access and will benefit from high dynamic range lighting if they play on the Xbox One S. Jeeps are not new to Battlefield, but there's something about bouncing these rickety old models over sand dunes and lumpy French countryside that really reminds me of bombing around in Halo's Warthogs. Is it wrong that I'm humming the theme tune? Listen, I know that horses don't zoom around, but you try finding a Z word for Battlefield 1, okay? It's not easy. So those have been our top 26 reasons to play Battlefield 1. Why not pop your own reasons in the comments below, give the video a like, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. And if you want more army goodness in your life, why not check out our 8 Unluckiest Soldiers video, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 PM for another video. See you next time.